Hey class, Mrs. Gilling here, back for your lesson 6 video assignment, all about your focus notes and discussion coming up. Before we talk about that, let's do the joke of the unit. Question: what do you call a psychic gnome who escaped from prison? Answer: a small, medium, at large. Get it? Because it's a small gnome, a medium because it's psychic, and then he's at large because he escaped from prison. I crack myself up. All right, let's talk about your focus notes coming up. So this focus notes assignment is going to be very similar to the last one you did, but the video is going to be different. So you're going to make a copy of your focus note sheet, and then you'll click the link here to watch a video called Pavlov's Classical Conditioning. Super interesting video about a psychological experiment that you'll learn a lot about if you continue on in psychology. While you watch the video, you're going to fill out the worksheet like you did last time. So you're going to write down 5 things that you learned from the video. These are your notes. Then you're going to do 4 things you found interesting, your connections. Again, let's say none of it interests you, which is super sad again, but make sure the 4 most interesting things or the 4 least boring things that you learned. Then you're going to do 3 things that you learned that you plan to tell others about. That's your processing. If you had to tell someone 3 things that you learned from the video, what are the 3 things? And put them right there. Then you're going to do 2 questions that you still have. This is more processing. I think it helps while you watch the video, if a question comes to your mind, just put it down there. Maybe it gets answered again and maybe erase it, put another one, or when it's over, go, what do I still want to learn from this? What do I still not understand? Put the question down. That's a great way to come up with it. So you want to have at least 2 questions. And then a 1-sentence summary of the video. If you had to sum it up in 1 sentence about that Pavlov experience, what are you going to put there? What are you going to tell your friends about? 1 sentence. Make sure that you're putting your pictures on the side here, stuff to help you remember what you learned about in the video. Here's how to be graded, just like your other one. You get 25 points for putting down the 5 things that you learned. So super important step. Don't skip that part. 20 points for the 4 things you found interesting. 20 points for 3 things you learned that you plan to tell others about. 20 points for 2 questions you still have. 10 points for your 1-sentence summary. And then you get 5 points for putting those pictures there because that part's fun too. So this assignment is going to help you on your discussion assignment that comes next. So here's the discussion prompt that you'll have. In your focus notes assignment for this unit, you watched a video about classical conditioning. With that video in mind, please answer the following questions using at least 1 complete sentence each. So you have to have at least 2 complete sentences in this to get full points. So the first thing you're going to do is write your opinion of, do you think classical conditioning works? Do you think so? If you don't know what classical conditioning is, that's okay because you're going to learn about it in the video. So do you think classical conditioning works? And then the second question is why or why not? Please use an example from your life to support your answer. So this is the most important part of this prompt, is the example. So you're going to say why you don't think it works, and you're going to use something that you've seen in your own life to help explain why you feel that way. It's a really important part of learning, is really digging into ourselves and having applications. So this is how it's going to be graded. You get 35 points for answering whether or not you think classical conditioning works. And make sure to do it in a complete sentence. Don't just write 1, yes. Write, I believe that classical conditioning works, or I do not believe that classical conditioning works. And then your why or why not, you get 35 points. The reason I believe this is because, and then give your answer, your why, and then make sure that you're using a specific example. If you only give me a why or why not, it's very just scientific-y and there's no example in it, then you're not going to get those 30 points there. So use an example from your life to get the 30 points, and that all adds up to 100. So do a good job on this. Again, feel free to refer back to your focus notes. Look at that video again. There's some stuff in the course material about classical conditioning if you want even more information. But you should be able to be pretty successful on this discussion post with all those resources. When I grade it, I'll leave you feedback on the rubric. You're welcome to look back on that feedback, and if you didn't get the grade you want, redo that. Let me know, and I'll grade it again for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. But other than that, good luck on these assignments, guys.